Black African power. What's good? What's happening? Hey, look, check this out. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall, standing strong. Hey, and it's Raw squad up. Look, check this out, family, man. Hey, I want to get straight to the topic at hand, man. Egypt and false teachers. Feel me? So this is very, very easy, and it's not even hard for you to understand. So let me start off with an example that I know you can understand. So let's just say, for instance, right? A Christian came to you and made the statement, right, that the Bible had not been deciphered, that the written language in the Bible, right, Old and New Testament, had not been deciphered, not translated, because see, decipherment is different from translations, have not been deciphered, right? And that he or she was going to give you the hidden history of Christianity. Let me run it back for you again. Let's just say a Christian came to you and made the statement that the Bible had not been deciphered, that the language in the Bible had not been deciphered. But, right, they was going to give you the hidden history of Christianity. How much sense does that make? It makes absolutely no sense. So see, that Christian couldn't give you any history, any hidden history, right? First, you would have to know the history to realize that there was some parts missing in the history. You would have to know that. Right? You would have to know Christianity, right? But the only way you can know Christianity is through the history. And the only way you can know the history of Christianity is through the Bible. And the only way you can know the history through the Bible is if the language that is written in had been deciphered. This ain't hard, y'all. This is some real basic, easy to get, okay? And y'all would say, man, I get that. That's simple. I really get that. I really do. Now, before I make my point, I want to let y'all know I'm in the Black Dot Bookstore and Culture Center, man. Y'all can come on through, right? We right here from 11 to 7, from Monday through Saturday, all right? My fault, from Monday through Thursday, right? From Thursday till Saturday, we here from 11 to 8. Come on down, man. Lithonia, 6984 Main Street, Lithonia, Georgia. All right. Okay. This particular episode is brought to you by Abjuware, man. All right. Abjuware. Abjuware hats. Y'all know what it is, man. Abjuware shoes. Y'all know what the gear is, man. Let's come on through. All right. Support yourself and live is what I always like to say, man. So, man, I like these joints, man. They tight. Super tight, all right? So, the point that I want to make that is so simple. There shouldn't be any people in the community making the claim that they could teach you any type of hidden history, right? I'm going to say it again. There shouldn't be anyone in the community teaching you that there is a hidden history of a said subject, let's just say Egypt, right? Charging you for it, but previously have made statements that the Meta Nature had not been deciphered. Remember that example I gave you earlier about the Christian claiming to have hidden history, but first the language, the written language in the Bible had not been deciphered, but yet they want to give you a hidden history. That the same thing falls true for kemet. You can't come and say, I'm going to teach you about a hidden history in kemet, but the Meta Nature writing system had not been deciphered. Because here's the point. How would you know the history of Egypt if its written language about its history had not yet been deciphered. See, there's consequences to saying the Meta Nature had not been deciphered. There's consequences to that. What's the consequence? That you would have no valuable way of knowing its history. Or you could go to other countries and they could maybe bits and pieces and talk about what Egypt did, you know what I'm saying, based off their interaction, right? Okay, of course you could do that. But how could you give the written account by those indigenous people if said language had not been deciphered, not translated? Translated is something different. For you to even translate a language, you would first have to decipher it, to translate it into different languages. The script would have to be deciphered first. And for you to understand the history of Egypt, it would have to be deciphered, because that's exactly what the Meta Nature was created for. It was created for record keeping, and it was created to be able to tell the history of Kemet. This is very, very simple. This is not even complicated. Very simple. So if you got somebody they're going to teach you the hidden history, ain't nobody never heard this before, yet the language had not been deciphered, man, it's a bunch of bull crap at this point. They're a charlatan. It's a tell. Listen, it's a tell. When we say yes, a tell, so people that are gambling, right? Whenever a big play come along, you gambling, playing poker, and the pot get real big, man. It's certain things you do. You might twist your ring. You might nudge your glasses. You know what I'm saying? You might do this, right? It's a tell. It's telling on you, okay? So when a person is saying that the Meta Nature had not been deciphered, but yet they're going to teach you a hidden history, it's a tell. They're telling on themselves. They're letting you know that they're a charlatan. They're letting you know that they really don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's what they're doing, right? So, you know, like the Real Black Atheists and Amaral Squad, Mossy Clan Warriors, man, we fight against the pseudo-ship. Fight against that. We fight against misinformation, right? We fight against those who are trying to send our people through the temple of ignorance. They have erected temples of ignorance, and they literally charge you for it. And so we got to understand that, man. It's simple, right? So watch this. Before the Meta Nature was deciphered, Europeans was on some guesswork when it came down to the Meta Nature. They was on some guesswork when it came down to the history of Egypt. They was making it up. They didn't know. That's why it was such a fight over trying to decipher it. Right? They wanted to know this civilization. They know it was older than the Bible. They knew it was older than the Bible civilization, right? But they didn't know what it was. They didn't understand it because they couldn't read the history of the people from the people or by the people. They couldn't read the history, couldn't understand it. So like if the Meta Nature hadn't been deciphered, you wouldn't know whether the Nile Valley Africans had venerated their ancestors with libation. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know if they believed in a God or thought you wouldn't know it. You would just be guessing these things based off of the pictures that was left. And we know that the pictures were really symbols for sound. So if you looked at a duck, it didn't mean it was a duck. It was a sound, right? So this is how you can tell a charlatan in a community. When they come to you teaching you about, we're going to give you some hidden history of Egypt, but they've been on a sandbox, right? They've been on a soapbox, right? Howling and screaming to the top of their lungs, disrespecting the ancestors, talking about the Meta Nature had not been deciphered, but yet they come back 2-3 years later trying to teach you about Egypt. The question is this: how do you know about Egypt if his language, right, which tells his history, had not been deciphered? Force them to give you a clear answer. You feel me? And so, I'm doing these videos to keep people from spending their money, 1, on foolery, 2, getting tricked, and 3, spending years in the temple of ignorance. Standing on top of the scholarship like I'm supposed to. Like Real Black Atheism is designed to put you in that particular frame of thinking where you challenge things. You challenge the logic. So this is very, very important. And so we're going to build this page up. But listen to the clues I give you. And so if anybody got a problem, you know what I'm saying, with what I got to say, you know, I'll say this. Anybody can get it. Africans, Mexicans, Shaka Zuligans, hooligans, pseudoans, anybody can get it at the end of the day. Because we standing on scholarship here. We standing on the universal information, right? We standing on the scientific method. Plain and simple. This is how we doing it. This is how our great ancestors did it. The great teachers did. You know, they based their central base with science. Because ain't no other way to tell a history, right? You tell a history through the science. Science is the tool and the mechanism that you can dig your history about the ground and be accurate with it, right? Science is the thing that can move culture forward and the understanding of it. Science is the tool we use to look back and look forward. Science is what we use to understand the now. Plain and simple. There is no tool greater than science. Science is simply the studying of your natural world. So it gives you a tool where you can look at people trying to teach you, you say, man, that's a charlatan. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. It gives you a tool of critique. So I ain't trying to show off and say, yeah, well, I got a bookstore. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the vice president of Black Dot Bookstore and Culture Center. I ain't trying to show off. I want to show you that I study, right? And studying, right, I recognize what was real and what was not real. I recognize that instead of just telling y'all something, right, I wanted to show you. I wanted to represent the change that I wanted to see in the world. So I bring you Black Dot Bookstore and Cultural Center. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day I'll tell you the story of Black Dot, how they got started with Brother Kazende over in the restaurant in a small corner. And how he brought me into the fold. How he seen promise in me and what I did. That's a fact. So my whole thing has always been, you know, I want to show y'all how to dig that truth out for yourself, right? I'm not a preacher. I'm not preaching to you, right? I'm giving you tools. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all just coming in, got 7,000 people in the room right now. Right? Earlier, you know what I'm saying? I was giving you a basic a way of critiquing false teachers in the community, specifically those who are trying to come with this mythical teaching of Egypt and how they're going to tell you about Egypt. And y'all know who it is. They charging you now. All right. So they charging you, right? They're going to teach you about Egypt, but yet they said the writing system wasn't deciphered. And so we got books here. That's what we do. We do books. Yeah, we do books here. That's what we do. We do books. So we do this. By the Shah Mani Metanecha. Shah Shu Mani Metanecha. Has Egyptian hieroglyphic writing system been deciphered and rebutted to Walter Williams, right? So this is the conversation that's going on right now. Magi Archers, the handbook for the conscious community. It's the handbook for the conscious community, man. Man, we got this down here at Black Dot Bookstore, man. Okay. So that conversation that Shaka and them is having right now, Jabari, okay, and the Dagger Squad, you know, is having right now. Man, it's all right here already. Shaka can't get past this. So now Sarnetta gonna put a video up where Brother Shaka calls out Brother Wu John Smash Rockwells, Magi Archers. Yeah, he tripping a little bit with that, man. He gonna get beat up. Shaka gonna get beat up. And we talking about the information, right? Because we guns for hire in the scholarship. I just want y'all to know that. That's what we do. Okay. We sit and transform community and show you what the real level is what we're doing. So back to my point. If you got anybody sitting amongst you trying to tell you, right, that the meta-nature, that the ancient Egyptian system, writing system had not been deciphered because, yeah, people ain't got enough melanin in their eyes, white people can't decipher it. They telling you that, but yet gonna keep teaching you about Egypt. So I'm trying to figure out where's the disconnect with the family. A person can't tell you that a particular writing system has not been deciphered, but yet they're willing to tell you the history of the people because the writing system is what records the history of the people. I'm gonna say again, it's the writing system, right? Created by a people that records their events, like the Hebrew Bible is written in Hebrew, the Torah, right? So it's the written language of the Hebrews. And the Bible is supposed to be their historical account. We know it's mythology, with threads of history weaved in. We understand that. But a Christian or a Jew could never tell you that the Hebrew writing had not been deciphered, but yet tell you the stories about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Moses. They couldn't tell you those stories because the writing system that records these stories had not been deciphered. So how could they tell you these stories? So we know that the Hebrew had been deciphered. We understand that. One, there's different versions of it. So we know this. So I'm trying to figure out where's the disconnect when you got teachers amongst you that make the statement that the Egyptian writing system, the meta-nature, had not been deciphered, but yet for the last 2 years, they continue to teach you about Egypt. How in the hell are they doing this? And I waited for these moments. I actually waited for these moments because I knew all I got to do is just sit back. They're going to start teaching about Egypt. Because what the hell else are you going to teach about? That's the most fantastic history we got until you get into West Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's a study. Go down to South Africa, but they ain't going that deep. They're going to go for the easy joint, easy play. They won't go to Egypt because there are thousands and thousands of books on Egypt. But those thousands and thousands of books, if correct, are based off of the fact that the Egyptian writing system had been deciphered. That's how they know what the history is. That's how you know what ceremonies they had. That's how you know what deities they had. That's how they know that their governmental systems. That's how you can go to it's the international. I'm trying to get the building. I can't quite think of the building. What they have the oldest treaties in this particular building of a treaty. Oldest treaty on planet Earth is found in this building. I forgot the name of the daggone building, man. And it's a treaty between the Hittites and the Egyptians. And it's written in both scripts. It's written in the Hittite language and script, and it's written in the meta-nature. So how would they even know if the meta-nature had not been deciphered? How would they know? It was talking about that. So these are the points we wanted to make when we wanted to have the debate, but the chicken shits ran away. But the chicken shits are still teaching to this very day about Egypt. It is impossible to teach about Egypt without reading the history of Egypt by Egypt. It's impossible. We need the story from the indigenous people. That's why it's imperative when you're learning about Egypt that you go to the record and get somebody that can read it. Get books that have been deciphered on said subject. This is vital. And I know we ain't really get that from the jump. I get it, but now y'all get it. That those same people that howled and screamed about like the meta-nature had not been deciphered, that's impossible. These same people, right, they're beating the drum of Egypt. They're charging you monies Yeah, we got something going down, $20 to come through. I'm gonna teach you about the hidden history of Egypt. How in the hell are you gonna teach about the hidden history of Egypt when you claim that their writing system has not been written? How'd you find that hidden document? How'd you even know it was hidden? How could you discern whether something was hidden or not, right? As opposed to something that's out front if you couldn't read the language in the first place? It's ridiculous. It's tomfoolery. It's the temple of ignorance at the end of the day. Because that's exactly what it is. The phone died. Oh.
He's going to get a new van.
Huh?
I just convinced him to get a new van.
All that time. Well, you crazy as hell.
Brought the price down to affordable. Quit trying to act like you're going to go spend 50 racks on a van.
Oh, man. Yeah, y'all know I'm in the black dot booth. We get your chair, pit boss, so I can beat up the Christian just came in the door. He just came in the door. Yeah, I'm live. Christian just showed up. Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Black Christian power.
We about to get it in for real. Talk to you, D. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm making this very crystal clear, man. All right. And then we're gonna get Pit Boss to come on through so we can get it in a little bit. I'm making it clear to you. Stop letting these people teach you about Egypt in one breath. I'm a great Egyptian. Nobody know. I got the information. It's hidden history on one hand. Then on the other hand, the language that the history would have been written in ain't been deciphered. That don't make no sense. And I'm gonna beat this drum till they stop. Okay. So we know for a fact, right? The Meta Nature had been deciphered over the last 100 years. For 100 years, the Meta Nature had been deciphered according to this particular document right here. All right. Talks about Champollion and them. Champollion. All right. Okay. We know it's been deciphered. And we know before it was deciphered that they was making up information about kemet. They was absolutely making it up. This is a fact. Making it up as they go. The whole 9 yards. Guesswork. Oh, the Egyptian had plane. No, the Egyptian had this crafts. The Egyptians did this spells. They didn't know. They wouldn't have known. You get the check. Come up. No, you're right here. You can fit in there. Okay. Egyptians had this, had that. Yeah, they was all making it up. That's what they was doing. They was all making it up. So prior to the Meta Nature being deciphered, right, it was not a concise history of Egypt. It just wasn't. You had to read the Greek accounts, right? You had to read the Arab accounts, right? But you couldn't get the indigenous account, right? And I'm explaining again, that's like a Christian coming to you, like this Christian guy right here, Pit Boss, the preterist, right? That's like him coming to you saying, man, the Hebrew script had not been deciphered, but I'm going to give you preterism. I'm going to teach you about Jesus. He couldn't do it. Right or wrong?
That's real.
Because it wasn't deciphered. He couldn't do it. That means he would have to make up everything about Jesus, the Christ. Not Jesus Christ, but Jesus, the Christ, right? So, man, don't let the charlatans in the community continue to charge you money for hidden Egyptian history. On one hand, charge you $25. Then on the other hand, charge you $25 to show you, to teach you that the Meta Nature had not been deciphered. It's tomfoolery. It's complete nonsense. It's a tell that they're charlatans and are not qualified to stand in front of the people, not the old one or the young one. They're unqualified to have said discussion because they have denied, right, the writing system had been deciphered because based off of their feeble minds thinking that white people can't do this or do that. It's crazy as hell, right? And people will spend money. They spending money for that. They're going to log in, spend that $20 to get the hidden history of Egypt from a person that said the language that the hidden history would be in ain't been deciphered. It's the most craziest thing I ever heard in my life. But I've been waiting for these moments, man, and I knew it was going to happen because that's all they know is Egypt anyway. So let me introduce Pit Boss right here, the preterist, right? I call him the super Christian. Yo, he got some old made up doctrine. Jesus that came back already. Came back, we ain't know it. Okay.
Okay, so since I'm sitting here with a real black atheist.
Facts.
And You probably in with about 5,000 shows by now.
Somewhere like there. Somewhere in there, but radio shows and all that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So here's the paradigm with the conscious community. Thus far.
Okay.
Christianity, everybody running away from Christianity, right?
100 miles an hour, like this.
100 miles an hour, and they finding all kind of Afrocentric ideas to attach themselves.
Whole bunch of nonsense.
Right? Most people really lately they're attaching themselves to personality.
Facts.
All right, because that's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right?
They don't care about them. They like the personality. That nigga can speak good.
All right.
But he sound good. Sound right.
All right. So now nobody uploads information. Information shows as much because you got to deal with so much tomfoolery. You say. Right?
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I mean, I'm sure each show you introducing information, but you got to still deal with the tomfoolery.
You got to deal with tomfoolery
because there's too many people out there, like you say.
Charlatans.
You got cats just bucking the system now.
Charlatans.
That's how they doing the rap game. Like now, it's throw any kind of song out there because it's time to get the paper. You can't really print CDs up no more. You got to get a download. Right, 99-cent download. Right. So that's what we get now. Conscious community, 99-cent download.
Yep, as we get.
so the narrative has been sold 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
He told y'all that the Metronetra wasn't deciphered.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what
he running out of money.
Running out of money.
So now he got to decipher the hidden secrets.
Right.
So we just hustling now. Conscious hustling. It turns into conscious hustling.
Facts.
Okay. So now eventually we're gonna want to go back to the teaching and the history, right? Because we're gonna get tired of the housewives of conscious routine.
He's setting y'all up for something, I'm telling you, man. Warning, he is a Christian. On a Real Black Atheist show, he's setting the table. Don't feed into it, but go ahead.
But
it's
better
coming.
than that. And see, he always got to try to put the little speed bump in the road.
That's right.
He know my whip go 100 miles.
I'm a brick wall. Brick wall 45 with steel.
Here's what's going to happen. Once we go back to the knowledge, you can't go, okay, we just going to ride back a couple of years and then jump on a spaceship and fly all the way back to kemet and skip over everything in between. That's why y'all came with the Mosai warrior clan. Masi warrior clan, right? Because he wanted to deal with some of this West African knowledge that wasn't being spoken of. Right?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that was part of the whole decorum.
Okay. So now the bigger content of the world, the global business is now we got Julius Malema and the economic freedom fighters in South Africa. We got world issues going on, and then we can look at them and see the same issues. They say, the white folks that's fighting them, they say black people in South Africa is snatching white people out of the car, dragging them back into the woods, and performing what they call animalistic rituals on them, which you would call Black African power.
I never say snatch nobody.
I'm just telling you what they saying. What they doing and what they saying is that they say they're Christians. That's why white folks in South Africa is prospering because they go to church on Sundays, right?
Okay.
But they own their economy. They came in there as Dutch in 1650, beat them up, took the land, put them in colonization, and claimed to be Christian.
And the struggle is apartheid,
right? And they created apartheid. Now we're in post-apartheid.
Right.
Now I'm just superimposing that on our narrative out here.
Okay.
Since we got the same dialectic materialism going on around here.
Okay.
We got every aspect that they got, and they represent in red, black, and green. They got the African, the Pan-African Parliament.
You're talking about the what's the name of the group again?
The EFF.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in South Africa.
Okay.
And then the context of the city. You got the Black Christians out there. Y'all would look at them and go, oh, they sleep. Because they believe in the white Jesus. They still under that aspect of Christianity.
The group you showed me, you said they was Christians, right?
No. Not them in specific.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the multitude of South Africa is everything we are.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like we got every aspect in our culture.
Yeah.
We Moors, 5%ers, you know, they got the same shit.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha.
But their shit is a little more real when it comes to Afrocentricity.
Oh, based off of what? Go ahead.
Based off they in Africa.
Yeah.
That part.
Okay.
Like we got abused in slavery, so we forgot
kidnapping, prisoners of war.
So we forgot a little bit of the technique.
Okay.
And then as Africans and different people and your connection to the metaphysical realm came back to you and all of that, you start remembering some stuff. They tell me this is what they tell me. Right?
Okay, all right, go ahead.
They can transcend through the metaphysical, contact the ancestors.
Man, that ain't what I be saying.
I'm just telling you what they say in the conscious community.
Yeah, that'd be the
everybody fools. Has offered
be the
a slice of the pie.
They be the charlatans.
You feel me? Charlatan or not? See, you still trying to debunk it.
I'm not trying to debunk it. I'm not trying. Ain't
there.
Nobody flying back to no damn ethers getting no answers to nowhere.
Okay, so what they say to me, then different slices of the pie.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Just like you would say, okay, it ain't no God, you God, right?
Yeah. Facts.
I say, you know what, Aleister Crowley agree with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Okay.
Because they say that on the walls of the kemet, know thyself, understanding your chakra, all these types of things.
Right? Yeah, but I wouldn't deny it. So if Aleister Crowley say something that's real, I'm not going to deny that. Just like what's the white boy that killed everybody in jail right now? What's his name? Yo, look crazy as hell. Always trying to get out.
Arrested.
No, he never came home. He been locked up. He killed all them people with the cold.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
No.
You talking about
the one that like Jesus Christ. Go crazy. You like Jesus Christ.
The one that was like Amun
Manson. Manson. Charles Manson.
Yeah, he believed in Amun Ra.
Okay, well, hold on. So
he was a satanic cult.
He was a satanic cult. So Charles Manson said that in Africa, in the jungles of Africa, that Africans was God until the white man came over and messed up all that shit. Right. So he was right. So I'm making the point, just because it was Charles Manson, you know, a clock is right twice a damn day.
The only thing.
So you trying to hit me with
whistle comment? Is this: a man can say he God, then he got to be God. It's the be God part that they can't figure out.
That ain't true.
The ones who claim to be God.
Yeah, but you claim to be God based off your understanding of what God is and what God is not.
That's what I'm saying.
God is a human invention. Do you agree to that?
I could say God is a belief.
It's a human invention, though.
And you gotta kill that.
I'm gonna kill that value. Yeah. God.
Okay, you're trying to get your
I'm trying to get my chat. We got it hooked up right here. Black Dot. Hey, man, this my man made me some of the tightest logos, though. Y'all don't know if
I made that shirt.
Sure did, yo. He tight. Damn Christian. I don't know how to cry. I let a Christian make
them committees that they don't study the STEM.
That's crazy.
Liberal artists.
That ain't crazy.
My Christian background is Booker T. Washington.
That's STEM. That's STEM. And so I follow STEM.
Though y'all don't probably want to identify with it, you wouldn't have no red.
I never denied Booker.
No, not you. That's why I'm sitting over here in the Black Dot. Me and you could understand we different.
Yeah.
But we both trying to get to this money.
Yeah, trying to get to that money.
In a business way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we can put aside our differences while we get to that money.
That's a fact.
But
so back to Aleister Crowley, goddamn.
Yeah, but I want to say this about the red, black, and green. See, when I came into the conscious community, let's say you got Umar, you got Amun Ra, you got Sinetta, you got these various channels with the red, black, and green logo. You got the RBG, something, a gangster type thing. Mm-hmm. And so when I said, well, what's the narrative? They took me back to Garvey.
Okay.
Talking about Garvey gave us this.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, that ain't true. Now, did he give us the flag? Sure. But the flag don't represent the paradigm or the mission.
Okay.
Did he give us the 10-point plan? Hell no. Because they have the 1900 Pan-African Conference in London.
Okay.
And if you go back 15 years before Garvey got here, Garvey wasn't representing this. So there's a whole new group of people that we have to focus on and say, well, what did they provide? Right? We had the the real black atheist W.E.B. Du Bois with the double consciousness.
Yeah.
Right? The sellout, though.
Oh, he was a sellout, man.
He wasn't? If
Was
I
he?
go get the FBI on
and
they call me Agent 800, James Webley, to arrest this nigga because he down at the goddamn bookstore selling paganism. I'm gonna be a sellout.
Hey, listen,
if I bring to y'all the Negro Project, I come to
that's the dude want to talk about the Negro Project, right?
And Margaret.
Oh, we talking about the Negro. You say look up the Negro Project. Educate the people on the Negro Project real quick before I finish beating you up with the outcry. Go ahead. 1920,
the real black atheist W.E.B.
I'm just an atheist, man. I'm gonna sell that to you now. Strike that from the record.
The atheist W.B. Du Bois.
Okay, all right, that's the truth.
Was sitting around with some Jews named Joel Spingard.
Okay. At
the NAACP, and they told him, "Hey, what's going on with Marcus Garvey?" So he informed him that Marcus Garvey was on some black nationalist, extremist type shit, and that he was going to ruin what the white folks wanted for the black identity. And they said, "Well, well, what about if we formulate this NAACP, the Jewish idea for the advancement of black people, and put you on the head of that? How about that?" He said, "Okay." So Garvey come and visit him at the NAACP when he first get here.
Okay.
When he in New York, out there with Sarnetta. So
with Sarnetta.
Well, where he at now. But at the time,
so
in New York,
that's
so when he walk in there, he see W.B. Du Bois. And you see all these Jews, and he storm out of there. This ain't no black organization. It's a Jew. They still a Jew organization to this day with black people employed.
Okay.
At the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing when they say a black bank. It ain't no such thing. It's just a bank with black people employed. But white folks own all the banks in America.
Hold on, man.
You can't have a Federal Reserve
back your money. It's just the Federal Reserve is back.
No. It's the law of the bank. So let's say 100 of us put $100 million in a black bank.
Yeah, but
and a white boy with good credit walk in. They can't deny the loan because he white, because you would be breaking banking laws.
Of course, but that don't mean a black-owned bank. Come on, you had A.G. Gaskin. What you talking about?
I'm just saying there's no such thing. There's black.
So it's not owned by nothing then. So what you saying?
There's banks where black people put their money. There's banks where black people are employed.
And there's banks where black people
there's
own
only
the
Jew
bank.
banks in America.
You had black. Don't listen to that shit.
Don't have to listen to me. Just go look for who owned the
So ain't no Christian owned banks then. You want to play the game?
Christian, it's only Jew owned banks.
They just back the money. The Federal Reserve back the money.
He hate when I slice him.
He ain't slicing.
Let me go back to
I ain't see that shit. I ain't see that foolery coming.
So then there's a lady named Margaret Sanger.
Okay.
Who realizes that W.B. Du Bois is already paid off by the Jews, working with the Jews, and that she trying to get this pill introduced into society, and she want to use Negroes as the guinea pig, right? Okay. So she trying to figure out how to get in there. I mean, if she go over there to Garvey, she gonna get a foot in that ass and a black flag slapped across her ass, so she ain't go over there. So she went over there to the atheist who was black, and she said, "Hey, help me get this going." So they created the Negro Project and put the first Planned Parenthood in Harlem, New York. Google that. So
Planned Parenthood abortions.
Yeah, but it wasn't the official Planned Parenthood that you see today. That would come about 50, 60 years later.
What was it then? It was about abortion?
It was Planned Parenthood. It was about abortions. It was the first introduction of the pill. This is what the Negro Project was about. Her idea was this, that there's a certain class of people who having babies would be like detrimental to your success.
That's eugenics.
She came out of the eugenics program,
which is a pseudo concept.
There you go. So she comes out of all that pseudoism of that there, and
with the Eugene, I forget the guy name, Eugene something. Yeah. So Charles Darwin, second cousin.
Right. So then she goes
misread Charles Darwin's work. Wow, we had it real quick. He misread his work. Right. Darwin and them did not agree on that. when Darwin died, then he came up with eugenics movement, which was later on be found to be a pseudo all day long. Now you got eugenics of a different type, but still eugenics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's scientifically based. So never get the two confused. You got to really look at, because people say, oh, that's eugenics, but that's the thing has changed now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like when a person, like two couples get together and they test your genes and see your high rates of certain diseases. They can do that now.
Right.
That's a form of eugenics.
Okay.
To make the decision that we shouldn't have a baby because I got the sickle cell, you know what I'm saying? If we come together, our baby gonna have sickle cell.
Right, I got you.
That's basically eugenics.
Yeah, sickle cell trait create sickle cell anemia.
Right, and so you can decide as a parent, right, that we don't want that.
Gotcha.
Man,
there
you go.
So now,
damn eugenics.
So what she really wanted to do was get rid of some black folks because she just didn't need that many.
Poor people. Yeah.
What they call in Bill Gates' world population control.
Okay.
So without the pill, there was no way to really get in there.
Okay.
Now the pill could be associated to cancer.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
So she went to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
To test it out on the Puerto Ricans before she came to the black. And they sent her out of there for murdering several people. The reason when she went there because the laws was much more looser in Puerto Rico.
All right, go ahead.
Than in New York. She had to get it kind of to a certain level before she brought it. So without W.E.B. Du Bois, there was no way to get it that popular amongst us without somebody who's popular that we listen to. Du Bois was the Martin Luther King of his era.
Okay.
So he gonna be able to get it in there. Also, Martin Luther King was down with it as well.
The Christian Martin Luther King.
Christian, he wasn't a Christian, but
why who Martin Luther King?
You gotta believe in the virgin birth.
He gonna sit here.
You gotta believe in the virgin birth.
So you believe in the virgin birth?
It doesn't matter.
Ah, there you go. So you're gonna get Martin for it. Hey, Kyle, you know I'm gonna make you administrator on this channel. No, we still let it go. Go. I'm trying to get you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
So you trying to? Nah, I don't want to get you right. I don't want to get you. I'm just saying you gonna mess with Martin.
I'm just saying. He was a socialist. I can say all kinds of things.
Yeah, but wait. Well, hold on. Christian piece, real fast. There are different sects of Christianity to this day. Christianity start out with different sects. You're a prime example of one. You say the Jesus Christ came already. Yeah. We're gonna hold that. Freeze it right there. Real black atheist moment. Freeze. We're gonna hold them to that. Now let's get back to the Negro Project. Okay. But we want to hold them right there because you know this show is part of beating up Christians, Muslims. You gotta do both. Yeah, I'm trying to do this. Hey, Cobb, I'm going to make you administrator. Hold on, I had to do this real fast.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so we ain't got no fools in here. Hold on.
Oh, you really just now getting popping?
Yeah, I'm getting popping again. That's what I'm doing. Everybody gonna be able to come here and get you. Yeah, false teachers, bro.
That's where we landed on.
That's what we land on.
So y'all have to question red, black, and green concepts that derive from false teachers, since this is a
all right, there you go, Kava. You in there. Yo, you run that.
Oh, that's Kava. You know your ass. I'm looking for you.
You looking for Kava?
She turned on me, man.
She ain't turned on you?
Man,
Kava ain't tripping, man. That's my best friend right there, yo.
She ain't said
that's my best friend right there, yo. Kava, man. You know what I mean? From day one.
Best friend.
Yeah, she is, yo. She a good sister, man. She really
Louisiana.
She really cares about
Louisiana black magic up in here.
Yeah, she care about, you know, the welfare of the people, man. That I'm gonna have to give her that, yo.
She do.
Yep, right, wrong, or in between.
We can't knock what it is what it is.
All right, so we got that together now. You finished?
No, this is the last end of it.
Last end of
it, because since you wanted to bring it up, I just want to
close it out. We close it out.
So after she dropped the pill, she got it followed up by Madame Blavatsky and Alice Bailey and then Ayn Rand. They brought it to Martin Luther King to endorse it.
Okay.
Martin Luther King dies, and his wife goes down to Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
So yeah, Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
Clinton, right? That's why they say she attached to all kind of satanic rituals, going to Haiti, getting little children, all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so if you go and put Margaret Sanger and Martin Luther King's wife accepting, reads off the acceptance speech that Martin Luther King had wrote prior to passing away. She reads it off at the Margaret Sanger. So all you other type of Margaret Sanger, Martin Luther King, Planned Parenthood type of thing, you'll read the letter. This is where you determine a person's value system according to what they say they believe.
Gotcha.
So I can't say that that you're a real black atheist if a nigga come in here with a gun and tells us to get on the ground and you start praying to God all of a sudden. I'm just saying. Like,
so you saying you can't try to trick a nigga out the gun?
I don't know. You could be tricking me.
You can't trick the guy?
Yeah, you could be.
Put the gun, yo, I'm acting like I'm playing to rock him to sleep.
But if I see this real sweat coming off your forehead, it wasn't an act. I'm gonna be like, this nigga, God, this nigga just trying to sell a t-shirt on YouTube.
No, man. All right. So
I'm just saying, but that's it. But go ahead now. Take it where you want to go.
So we was talking about the Christians and the different sects of Christianity, and you said it's proof positive that to this day you got different sects of Christianity.
You got different
sects.
people. Yeah, they got different beliefs.
Yes, you have, but you are a Christian because you believe in what?
The narrative of the Bible.
That Jesus Christ came to earth.
I mean, they know the Bible.
No, they don't. Jesus Christ came to earth.
These niggas is really black Satanists.
See, we got see how we black Satan and all that.
I gotta call it
Set, right? Nubian deity. Anyway, no. So listen.
Sun.
It's not the same. You crazy.
A set sun.
You crazy. So listen. So what is a Christian then?
According to the narrative?
No, period. Because ain't no damn narrative. It's the winners that form the narrative.
No, I'm saying
you gotta believe Jesus. You gotta believe Jesus.
They have a book that they say this is what we believe. So if you want to know what they believe, you got to look in the book, right?
Yeah, but the book is we call it
doesn't
trickology.
Have to be true.
We call it.
It doesn't have to be true.
No,
it just has to be where you want me to look to figure out what you believe. Okay. If somebody say I follow the 482 negative confessions or the laws of my eye, I have to go look at the laws and see what you believe.
You gotta see what
because you said you follow this, so I'm gonna look and see what it says. So in that book, it says if you follow the teachings of the Jesus Christ narrative, and you accept that teaching, everything he teaching, that makes you one of him, which is a follower of his teaching. That's the definition of a Christian.
Thank you.
So you follow that teaching.
So there you go. So then when you said Martin Luther King wasn't a real Christian, because he didn't believe in the virgin birth, right? The virgin principle, but the hold on.
In every Christian church, that's a fundamental belief that you have to
rewind it. We just talked about what Jesus Christ said. You got to believe in the teaching of Jesus Christ. The virgin birth is not a teaching of Jesus Christ.
It is.
How? What did he say? He ain't say nothing about you gotta believe I didn't. He never said that. Show me where.
See,
what? No. You actually have Jesus in the book talking. No. It's in red print. Hold on. No. In the New Testament, it's in red print.
See how the young pagans work.
No, I'm a pagan. Black power to the pagans. Those who reject Christianity, right? Those who reject the foolery. It is. No, really.
I'm going by the English.
As a matter of fact, it's not even a negative.
Slave language. I'm just speaking in slave language.
A pagan is really those who live in the woods, out. You know what I mean?
Well, that's one definition,
right? The Christians turned it around and say those who don't believe in Jesus Christ. They was calling the Vikings pagans. Yeah,
I'm using the textbook definition.
I'm saying there's a negative connotation.
I'm not using the Christians definition. I'm just using that.
It's those who live in the yard and the fields.
Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Definition.
And that is the what?
I mean, you can go ahead and give them the correct get down. So before he can look that up, we're gonna sneak this in.
Sneak it in, yo. Let's sneak it in because I'm on his head, yo. You know I'm on his head.
You got it?
No.
You might want to go to the etymology dictionary if you want to get the full. All
right,
because that way it'll get you back to, you want to take us back to the Druids and the Nordic and act like they wrote the language. But any of y'all like the book Stolen Legacy?
Yeah, that's all right, but it ain't the best book.
But is it accurate with the basic concept?
No. Stolen legacy really ain't that accurate, yo.
What part?
Because what he did was he used people who didn't understand that the meta nature was deciphered. So he used all that guesswork people. Yeah, he did. That's the truth.
Who deciphered it the correct way?
Champollion and them.
Oh, so you go on with them.
No, they actually deciphered. Before then, it wasn't deciphered.
No, I say who deciphered it first. I said who deciphered it correctly.
Champollion and them and the other dude.
Okay, because we have a black man in the Pan-African pantheon or the black nationalist pantheon who said they didn't at that time.
Who said they didn't? What's his name?
That Champollion did.
And Louis Thomas Young.
No. See,
Champollion, hold on. Let's break out their credentials for a minute. Champollion, right? Could speak fluent Coptic. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he could dream in Coptic.
How can he speak it if he
just
found the Rosetta Stone?
Because he been reading no before the Rosetta Stone, because he was trained.
The Rosetta Stone is what gave him the ability.
They didn't give him the ability to learn Greek.
No, not to learn Greek.
Right, so he knew Coptic.
But Greek is not Coptic.
Listen, Coptic, yes, no.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Woo,
Coptic.
We going down. Boy, in my lane, y'all.
Coptic, right, it uses, listen to me, it uses the Greek script with the African language. That's Coptic. The African language is written in the Greek script. That's Coptic.
Wait a minute. The Greek script.
Look, I got him.
The Greek script is written in the Phoenician script.
I ain't talking about that.
Oh, I know you're not, because
you just switched up. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying that the Greek script is Phoenician.
Pagan. That's spelled like Pagan. Is that right?
Yeah, that's good.
Pagan. Is that ain't spelled right?
Late 14th century.
Pagan. Paga.
Yeah, that's
really it. Paganism.
Yeah.
Paganism, Latin, vernacular, rustic, civilian, non-combatant.
Yeah.
So we spelled that wrong, man.
That's pagan. That's right, bro.
Peasant.
You got paganism.
Paganism. Yeah, the church, paganism.
Yeah.
See, pagan. We just saw the damn pagan.
Right. So the late 14th Latin, right?
Pagan. Here we go. In a religious sense. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's two different things going on here. So in a religious sense, it's often said to derive from what? Constructive ritual adherence to old gods, right? After the Christianization of Roman towns and cities. Yep. Yeah.
After the
how did I say it?
Okay.
So now I said that.
Are you saying that would not that would not go back to the understanding of Kemet?
Yeah, they would look at them as pagans.
Right.
They would. I never said it wasn't, but
so
I'm saying, but it was like, a negative.
You know,
but they were saying it like it was something wrong.
No,
with worshiping your ancestors and old
people. No, I'm not saying anything wrong about
doing that. I'm saying that's what the Christians was trying to play.
But the narrative is the people who are Kemetic in favor of Kemetic information they are offended at the word pagan. Yeah, so they don't want to be associated with white pagans who brought you the Mecha Necha before Dr. Ben.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Thoroughly. The book of the law. Mm-hmm. If you ain't read the book of the law, you won't know nothing about no pagan.
Oh man. So listen, right. So we back to Stolen Legacy.
I want to show you who got down on Egyptology.
Yeah, but they was using the documents that wasn't what I'm trying to tell you, the sources, a lot of the sources that is documented in Stolen Legacy were the sources of those pseudos. Yeah, they made those pseudo claims, the mystics and all that. You know what I'm saying? Aleister Crowley.
Right.
What's the Madame Blavatsky?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? These people were going with the Hermetic text and stuff like that. Hermetica.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was written.
Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn.
Not them, but I'm just saying Hermetica, right? That I forgot who wrote that. And basically, that was information they was making it up because the Meta Necha hadn't been deciphered yet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Okay.
Champollion. So back to Champollion.
Wait.
Let me finish. I want to tell you Champollion was. I ain't never finished.
Did he decipher it?
Yeah, him. It wasn't just him.
Aleister Crowley.
No, not.
Aleister Crowley is 1900.
Yeah, but they was using, I got it, but I'm saying, but they was using the text. Alistair Crowley and them was using the text from people who was making it up because the meta nature in their time hadn't been deciphered yet. So they was coming up with all kind of understanding.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out if you saying
listen. How y'all doing, sister? Welcome to the Black Dot Bookstore and Cultural Center. How you feeling? Listen, I'm saying Alistair Crowley, Madam Mavelsky, and the boys, they were using texts that people had wrote, like for Hermetica, right? These particular texts were written not based off of the decipherment of the meta nature, but based off of the misunderstanding of the meta nature. Like they was acting like it wasn't a written language. They thought it was just signs and symbols that conveyed ideas. That's not what the meta nature is. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. They was thinking that, so they was putting all kind of stuff together and saying that's what it was. Kind of with all kind of rituals, not based in the real foundation of the language. It's good, brother.
So
you
just
get
tell
that?
me,
you get my point?
Did it get properly translated and by whom?
Not translated, I mean deciphered. I said it because so it was a long process in the decipherment. So what I'm saying, the people that kicked it off was Champollion and Thomas Young. Champollion spoke the language. Champollion spoke Coptic, which is an indigenous language in the Greek. It's a Greek script though. So like for instance, we speak English right now, right? What's the script English is written in?
English.
No, there's no English script. See that? You ain't know that, but that's but you get it
from post-traumatic slave disorder.
Man, you crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Post-traumatic preterist disorder. So that's the point then. So although we're speaking English, right? We're really it's written in the Latin script kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
Right. So that's what Latin script, right. So you see the Roman numerals and all that is but you know, come on, man. A, B, all that is Latin, the Latin alphabet. It's not an English alphabet.
Okay.
So that's what I say. When I'm talking about Coptic, it's an indigenous African language, but it's written in the Greek script. So Champollion spoke an African language, and he used the African language to help him decipher the meta nature. Now, Thomas Young wrote the first treatise. He was a physicist, and he wrote the first treatise in physics.
Now,
he's a mathematician. White boys.
Okay.
But I'm trying to give you that
credentials. They're the first level of the meta nature.
No, they're the first people who no, they're the people who was cracking it. Let me show you
right.
And so
I got
Thomas Young.
As soon as he done.
No, Thomas Young now, he writes the first treatise in physics, right? He's a mathematician, bro, and he's serious with it. Like super serious, right? Champollion, he speaks the African language. He's been trying to decipher the meta nature since he was 12. He was studying Egypt. So I'm just saying the time that these white boys put in is way smarter than, let me finish, it's way smarter than these brothers that think they're on top of their game. I just want to let you know who they were. Now go ahead. Go back.
Cracking back.
Go crack me back.
With some black African power.
You're going to use the black card. I think all those $5 right there.
She picked it up one too.
Yeah.
Now you ready for this? Pull up on your computer.
I ain't got to pull up. What's your man's name?
Martin Delaney, the Black Nationalist.
Okay, Mark Delaney, right?
Now,
yeah, yep.
Go ahead, I got this. I'm gonna take.
Don't listen to him. He's gonna be lying, yo.
Let me show you how to rock this computer here. How do I go? Wait, how do I share the screen? Here we go.
You can't share the screen.
Why not?
You can't share the screen right here.
Yeah, I got it. I got you.
Give me my phone.
Go ahead, man. Go get that mud, bud. Now look. Hold on. Let me first pull out what I need to pull out because man, he got this old backwards computer, man. Let me see if I do this right. Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta figure out what he got going on. Okay. Boom. There we go. All right. First, let me pull up what I'm looking for. Oh man, I don't know how to work this. Oh shit. Okay.
Yo, they're making it up. Don't let them do it.
I got you. No, I'm gonna crack his cranium because see, this is.
Martin, get ahead. Get it.
What you don't know nothing about? Well, I just need to pull something. Okay, yeah.
It did it right here. You want to?
But I want to share the screen so that they can see it.
All right,
unless you want to do all
right,
that.
we still live. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you still live. So we
welcome to Black Dot Bookstore and Cultural Center. Can I help you? Pretty good, sis.
So they used to have a health food store in here.
They did. That was a couple years ago. Yeah, it's not here, but we got the bookstore though.
Oh man, I'm trying to buy alkaline water.
We got some alkaline water right there.
Oh, you did?
$2 right there. Right in the
Those
corner.
little bottles?
Yeah, oh, you want to buy a big thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you just go to the food market these days and get alkaline water now.
Where?
Kroger.
She want the real stuff from.
It's the same. I'm
folks.
I'm just saying it's alkaline water. Like
You tasted it and it's the same?
it's the same thing. I hate to say it.
I know what it is.
All right, go ahead.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, sis.
All right. I think I'm almost there now.
Oh shit.
If I can get this crazy ass thing. All right,
So where in the world she think?
This was an assignment not easily
What you got
met.
going on,
The speaker is one of the
Man, you trying to trick
foremost.
y'all, yo. No, you trying to trick him. Mark Delaney. Who the hell could? I
You
thought
don't
he
know about it. You
could
don't
read.
know about it, huh?
Yeah. I think
You know he
she
was a
showed
doctor.
me. Yeah, you showed me that he was. You said he could read Mother Nature, right? Was talking about Egypt, right?
Oh, he beat up these white boys you talk about. We about to get it right now.
All right, he can ready to bring something
But
up.
I'm gonna share the screen now so we can get
All right, go for it.
so they ain't gotta be thinking I'm beating up
All
on
right.
they
Let's see who he beat up. Mark Delaney.
they original black atheists. So
Hey, look, we got 17
how do I
people.
get to the main screen? This one?
No, which we at? Right there.
No, that's the one I want to come on when I share it. But
Okay.
how do we get back to the one where
Right
where
here.
I can see them?
Right there.
Okay, hit that. Okay. So
Hey, Pitt trying to he ain't trapping me. He gonna bring us some Mark Delaney.
I got him because I already knew he didn't
You
know
got
nothing
me,
about
right.
this because the whole conscious community didn't know nothing about this.
I knew about Mark Delaney.
All right. So now I want to go back over here. They can see the screen
No,
now.
you messing up. You messing up. Hold on. Right here.
That one. It was that one. All right. There you go. Okay, boom. So y'all should be able to see this as I bring this up. Now, I brought this up on my channel years ago. Here's what the argument. This is your man, the first, well, not the first black nationalist, but part of the lineage of, if you repping Pan-Africanism, he was early on the black nationalism, 1865 coming out of the emancipation era. But prior to that, he went over to Niger, Africa, Ethiopia, South Africa on a hunt, hoping that he could find some spot that black people could leave slavery and come to peacefully. And then the war kicks off. So he comes back over to America to get fighting the war. Then after the war, he went back among the people.
Who wrote that? Mario who?
This is his right. This is Martin Delaney's book that he wrote, and he got several books. He the first black man to deal with the Egyptian hieroglyphic Metu Neter.
All right, go ahead. Read
He
it.
was dealing with Champollion and them and what they wrote.
All right, go ahead. Let's see.
And he learned the language on his own. Now, so you got to give him a break that he's learning Metu Neter by himself. You feel me? But he went to Africa to learn it. So the same way you say Champollion and them got their skills up.
No,
that's
they
how he
actually
got
just
his
they
skills.
deciphered it based off of the
But I'm saying, however they got their skill
that's
up,
what he did. He
that's
just
how
same
he
day.
got
All right,
his
go ahead.
skill
I
up.
gotta read
You
that.
feel
Go.
me?
Come on.
And so once he got his skill up,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
go.
scroll down because we ain't gonna go all through it. It's some diagrams where he show you how he dealt with it, right?
Where he learned? You gonna tell us where he learned it?
Well, I mean,
What
I'm
he
showing
did?
you the PDF. If you want this
All right.
PDF,
Hey, you doing that halfway scholarship, yo?
Well,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
yeah, because
Ah.
I mean, I didn't know I was coming on with the full detail, but
Hey, y'all hit
I'll
it.
go
That's
to
the tell.
something.
Remember we talked about the tell earlier? That's the tell.
Look, we'll read
Go ahead.
into it though.
Go ahead. Let's see what Mark Delaney has to say.
Look at this. African American life and history, right?
All right, come on. What he
Now
say?
I'm just trying to get to
Read the
some-
abstract. What's the
Okay,
abstract?
Martin Delaney, that's his life. Okay, to attempt to visually present, transcribe, and translate Egyptian hieroglyphs in a text entitled "The Principia of Ethnology and the Origins of Race and
I
Color."
want to freeze for a minute. So you see this right here, right? It says Martin Robinson Delaney was clearly the first African American to attempt to visually present, right, transcribe, and translate Egyptian hieroglyphics. Now, first of all, you're talking about transcribe and translate. That's different from what Champollion and them did.
Okay.
They deciphered.
Okay. So once you
once you decipher it,
okay. So now I go get the definition
I want to let you
decipherment.
Yes, so let's do that. We're gonna do that.
Okay.
Y'all know I got him in a pickle right now.
Okay, but I'm gonna
take. I'm gonna agree with him. But no, but I'm agree. But this what you miss it though. See, I'm gonna agree with you because that's what Wu Jia, Smash Rock World, Asahu Tep and them do. Son Jetty, Brother Reggie, right? They're translating. So white boys messed up a lot of translating. I'm agree with you on that, bro. Like that, that is no debate for me.
That's all I'm saying is
let's talk about. No. So
saying
you're not taking away. I'm just showing you two different things. Let's go.
When he read their decipherment,
their translations.
No, you said they deciphered.
Yeah, they deciphered.
So what did he read?
So decipherment. No,
they first deciphered, then translate.
No, like what's the authentic translation of the Bible?
No, just give me your breakdown without the Bible. Just give me what you mean.
I'm gonna show you something.
So I don't want to answer. Just tell me exactly what you mean.
I'm getting ready to tell you what I'm gonna tell
you.
First, there's a decipherment process. Right, you have to decipher it.
Okay.
Now, the hardest thing to do besides decipherment, and here's the hardest thing to do, is to put the translation in its cultural context.
Gotcha.
That's the shit, the hardest thing to do.
That's what you call translation.
That's
like, what is it?
And like, that's why I want to tell you about the King James
Bible. It means an orange, but now I need to know, how did you use that in
What do you mean? Like, for instance, that woman is fly.
Okay, I got it.
In certain cultures, you know what I'm saying?
Different mean different things.
You think that lady is flying
off in the air.
In a black culture in the hood, the way she's dressed is very elegant. You get that?
So let me deal with
that.
So we're not arguing about
no, we just figured it out.
I can agree
to
that. Now I'm saying here's the deal. They did the decipherment, then they did their translation,
and this is what.
And now he looked at the translation and said, I'm gonna go decipher it and then translate it.
Yeah, you're gonna go translate.
Now you ain't never read the book.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you, he about to take the actual hieroglyph like he was on the goddamn, what's that group with the arrows? Your boys? Like he was one of the Magi.
The Magi.
About to dig in their ass.
Get there. Let's go.
All right. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. But I got to go down here. That's why I was skipping. I wasn't trying to do no bullshit, false teaching like I was, No,
you straight.
I'm just showing you something that I already pulled this up. So here we go.
There you go. I'm looking at the glyphs. Go ahead.
Here's the glyphs. The netures.
Yep. Facts.
Right? Here's Glidden's translation. May thou soul attain. How you say that?
The calm
spirit of God, or one of the forms of the Amun, the creator of all mankind, literally man and woman. Right. So I'm sorry. So that's Glidden.
Kalum right here. Okay. The Kalum right there. See the ram?
Okay.
That's so
Kalum. Now, all right. I'm just yours is so sensitive.
I know that. Cheap.
All right. So now that's Glidden's.
That's Glidden.
Translation.
Okay. Now Delaney's translation.
Now here comes his translation.
Yes.
Right. Now he does the same line and he says, "O King, may thy soul, vital or never dying parts, as a boat upon the waters, run with thirst to the God of the fountain, everlasting creator and maker or builder of all things and all mankind, men and women." Now that's his rendition. So now I read that.
We're gonna read it from that. We're gonna read it from that direction today because you got to read into. See the way they facing. So you got to read into their face.
So now I don't know how to do none of that. I don't know what. I'm just only thing I knew is this is the first
Delaney's translation. Now, what's this? My Who the hell is the my?
Oh, now this is the person commenting on this.
And he says your soul is measured by Kalum, who fashions all people.
Right. And so understand that you can imagine for Delaney being the first, he don't really have a collective body to cross reference what he's doing. He can only go and do his research painstakingly, try to one by one, and he's trying to do this for the betterment of black people because the white folks stole all the info.
Yeah, I like that. So okay, so I'm just saying, but I'm just letting you know, based off your past videos, you've been fucking it up.
What you mean?
You've been acting like he's decipherment. It wasn't that. I
don't like I said.
You gotta go back and fix all the
videos
though.
With that. No, because I didn't. That wasn't the point that I was presenting. The point I was presenting
was the point of you coming on the Real Black Atheist show and what?
Because I wanted to introduce you to the first
what you did
black to put down any kind of attempt to deal with white folks when it comes to African American information or African information. It has to start with an attempt.
He's a Christian.
He was a Christian.
See, that's what it was.
Black nationalist Christian, red, black, green up in this thing. And he would have walked up in this book and tried to figure out why you ain't got my book on the shelf. You got all these.
I like that book though. We're gonna get
you should, why I had a history. You taught me about primary documentation.
Yeah. So I'm just cleaning this up. So I just want everybody to really just catch what he just did. He just showed Mark Delaney actually going against some of the translations, not the decipherment, but the translations.
I'm sure they don't want to look at this no more. But yeah, y'all should
what else you want to read? That's all you want to read? It said, hold on.
To show you
stop. Go up, watch out. Okay. Go up. Let's see right here. It says, based upon Delaney's allegorical interpretation of line 1, Delaney mistakenly read the second person masculine singular suffix pronoun, which as an ideogram is a basket with a handle as a boat. He read what's this preposition to symbolically as waters. The element that the lady really wished to highlight is the interpretation of line 1 was the initial picture of the bird. Delaney obviously looked at other parts of Gibbon's work and compared the hieroglyphic writing of this bird in the column with the other similar representations in different parts of the book. And looking at the bird, Delaney observed an essential similarity between the writings of this bird in the above column 1 and assumable, the writing of this same bird, right, as part of the nominal epithet. You see, hold on. Oh man, y'all see that? Make that a little bigger. Make that. I got it. I want that big. I'm gonna show y'all something. Y'all see that, right? Hold on.
You can do it with your fingers.
Everybody's supposed to know what that is right there. Reading that. What's that? That's on these shirts right here. Hold on. Yo went there. Yo went there with it. How you doing, sister?
Hey,
is he here?
No, he isn't. Can I help you? No, he isn't. Can I help you?
Is he here?
No, he isn't.
All right.
All right. Have a great day. Think she great.
Hey, hold on, man. Don't listen to this dude right here, man. Here you go. We got the Sarah right there. All right. See that bird?
That's the Sarah.
That's the Sarah. See? The epithet. See? Look, Ra, look, son of. This is what we're going to get him, yo.
Yeah,
son of, hold on. Son of Ra. An important part of the, what's this? Titulary of the Pharaoh that introduces the name of the Pharaoh before his formal accession to the throne. So why he around here messing? How we get it off here? Hold on, let's go back.
Wait. Delaney was probably saw this epithet of this nominal epithet. Glydian's remark, every pharaoh was the son of Egypt, and over his name bore the son of the son. And as the son was Fra,
right? So each king was called Fra. In common with his parlance, as we say king.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like that, though? I mean, it's worth observing.
Yeah, that was worth. No, that was really worth something because we got how we get it out the daggone thing. Stop.
There we go.
All right. So so here go right here. I don't know how we ended up here, yo.
Hey, you know I mean, we just flowed.
Look, see, that's it right there. Sarah. All right.
And you can order this shirt.
Yeah, you order this shirt right
$100.
online, man. You feel like how that shirt feel, sir? To be honest, yo.
Man, what is this? Velvet? No, it's soft. It's soft. He all right with it. Rock that. If you Kemetic, talking about if you Christian, get away from this.
Hey, the point is, he brought an article here trying to beat me up, and it ended up, you know, first of all, it introduces to Mark Delaney, right? And I'm pretty sure you have heard of Mark Delaney because I have, right? But from this brother, you actually showed me that he was dealing with the metanetia.
Right. Which he was the first of us in this country.
Which is serious.
And on a doctorate level, like, you know,
so,
maybe somebody else. Well, because, you know, hold on. We got to go to Prince Hall, who went and collected some of the information and, you know, put it inside his lodge. So he got a lot of stuff that the Queen of England gave him, you know, boom, 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 to start the process. But of course, that was like 1776, 17 something. So they was really like, you know, it'd be like dropping all that shit off with So
hey, so we got
this down.
So look, we got 16 people watching. I expect everybody to hit that bell, man. All right, because we're gonna go on regular with the information teachers right from the store. And you know, not trying to, you know, beat my damn chest, but I'm gonna beat my damn chest. Right? Because when we started down this journey, right, what I tell you, I said, yo, I'm not just doing this. I am not like that. I want to build something. I want to represent the change, you know what I'm saying, that I want to see in the world. You feel me? Because you was always about business. I say, shit, I'm about business too. Because I said that's the center of what is economics.
Yeah.
I've always said that, right?
For sure.
So based off what I'm teaching, you know what I'm saying, it has allowed me, right, to put myself in a position to be able to have a cultural center and bookstore, right? So people can come by my spot, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy the cultural center. All right, I'm gonna give a shout out again to the president, you know what I'm saying, of Black Dot Bookstore and Cultural Center. That's Brother Kazende. Man, y'all come through the store, we here every day. Okay, so you know what I'm saying, yo, it is what it is. He flashing money now.
No, ain't no money, because it's important because we all started with a narrative, right?
Facts.
My narrative was that Black power was economic control of your environment.
Yeah, that's what up.
You can kind of agree that fit your Black power.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's all.
This
right
was. Here, this little area is control of his environment. He the owner. You know, ain't nobody gonna come in here and fire him. So he's building a level of Black power by doing business, right? So I came on my channel and start pushing Booker T because he created the first Black college for us. Or institution, a technical institution, right? And y'all could get mad that he built it based on a Christian foundation, but it wasn't just for those who would appreciate Christianity, but for anybody who could understand that civilization was built, if you want to go back to the Egyptians, throw the kemet in it, based on the stem. You can't build a pyramid without stem. You can't build a civilization without stem. So he must have observed that with ancestral knowledge and decided we're gonna run that route. Now today, if you're not a part of the STEM, if you don't have, so I just showing this as what I did on my channel. Last year I came on my channel and I said, yo, they gave me a credit card and it was this one and it was $300.
Right.
One card, $300.
Right.
A little over a year ago.
Right.
So since you're sitting here, I got my business cash ink, which is hard to get. That was hard for me to get. They just hit me with the priority pass, which is the next level. This one got like 500. Discover card, unlimited, all in just a year after teaching. I call it, we're going into a financial fourth quarter. And while all these niggas online playing games with each other and smashing and trying to destroy each other's business, I said, focus on the credit, build yours up, get ready to build your empire. I gave out the Bitcoin at $750 when it was $750. I did a show on the Bitcoin. My channel don't get but 200-300 views, so not a lot of people was paying attention, and they didn't buy it. Bitcoin shot up to 20,000 before it was over with. And right now it's probably around 10,000. So I'm just showing y'all that, and I'm not doing this to flash and say, hey, look at me. I'm saying that I only had one card and they barely gave me that one. But I had went through a regimen of dumping off like 15,000 to clear up the credit, which was my sacrifice. Like I could have said, fuck that, keep the money. I'm spending because I got a bigger goal. So now I'm at the position where they handing out the business, and you see my shit say Digital Pitballs LLC, right? Which my company is a couple of years old. So as we build the knowledge and going back in what we're doing, if you're not building real Black African power, that means you're not working on your business.
I mean, you're front.
Yeah, and it don't matter how small your business is. It could be you selling, bottled water off the freeway. As long as you, that's a hell of a hustle, too. You think you're playing. But
hey, that's some true food. Nothing that you ain't been deciphered. We got bottled water.
But I'm saying, if we sit here arguing about you an atheist, I'm a Christian for 7 years.
Yeah, then don't got nothing to show for it at the end.
Well, at least your credit will finally be back after 7 years of bad credit. Go ahead and start that shit. But the real shit is that you got to take the knowledge and look at the knowledge on how do I empower myself.
How does the knowledge you have?
How do I just fight off who don't agree with me?
Yeah, that's the real. That's what I always knew. I had the better hand in that situation.
That's all I'm saying.
Because I understood that what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, yo. So yeah, we you know what I'm saying. So this next discussion we was talking about the slave. Were we finished with you yet with the Christianity?
I mean,
we ain't never finished with you yet.
So
I was basically trying to say that with the Christianity piece, right? There are different sects of Christianity. There's the Mormons. There's the something Latter-day Saints. That's the Mormon Church. Latter-day Saints. Something crazy. Yeah. Jesus in America. You don't.
I just talked about Russell Taz.
No, that's Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's the Jehovah's Witness, but that's all like what you're saying. The version.
Yeah, they're different.
But I can show you how all of those were Zionists. Like they have a thing called Christian Zionism, right? Okay. That came around 1910, which means that Israel is supposedly prophesied that that's going to be for some Hebrew Israelites or some Jews. So you got Tazariak and them, a fashion of them out there now in Dimona, Israel, thinking that they following some information.
Yeah, and they can't let nobody else. They can't. Matter of fact, it ain't even Tazariak.
Well, I mean, his crew, but that comes out of their paradigm of what we call the Hebrew
No, that's
Israelites.
not them. Yeah, that's a paradigm, but that those in they call the African Hebrews or something like that. Right. And as a matter of fact, they can't bring no more people over.
Of course.
Only what you gotta be born in.
Right. You know but in the beginning, that's why Rosenberg came over there to sign that.
Let's do that right beside you, big head boy. Ab Jew. Hold on, let me get the book.
Hey, let me get this book.
Yeah, that's serious right there, yo.
Y'all go out and buy this book. You see this book? Don't ask me why. I just looked up there. This one had the nice cover, so go buy this one. Perceptions of a Misplaced African. Sound like to me.
You did that. You ain't talking, yo. I hear him. I hear him, yo.
Hey, if y'all want to sell something in the store, just mail it on over here. And
hey, this is a joint y'all never get, yo, right here. Medieval Upheaval, Bloody History of European History, confronting the whitewashing of European history. But it's Medieval Upheaval, a catalog of bloody European evils. Yeah, detail of European history, how they were treating themselves. And in this book, it details on how they were saying, yo, these Africans are some real good people, beautiful land. See what I'm saying? I don't know how the narrative changed to.
Oh, go ahead.
The narrative changed to crazy, filthy. You know what I'm saying? But when they first came across it, they thought us to be beautiful people. They were talking about how we was living and all that. So, all right, that's where we at. So anyway, I'm just saying there's just different sects of Christianity. And so you don't got to believe one particular way. There's some Christians that don't, but there's some Christians that believe that Jesus Christ has came back. Yeah. He actually believes Jesus came back, right? There's other Christians that don't believe Jesus had returned yet. You know what I'm saying?
It's a breakdown to that, though, man. And it's
he think it is, yo. So then he's sitting here trying to tell me, explain to us how Jesus came back already. This is the part that confuses me with that, though.
Okay.
because they spoke of the world, how well the world would be once Jesus came back, how legs would bend and kneel and all that. But the world is the same way. So him coming back didn't change nothing.
Okay, so can I use one of these? This is cool.
No,
Because I'm just gonna pull up
don't let
verse.
the thing
I
fall.
want it to come right off.
Yeah, because I gotta get a
Gotcha.
battery.
Okay, no sweat. No sweat. So
Why don't you I can just go grab the Bible over there.
okay.
You grab the Bible.
That'll work.
Yeah, we got them Bibles too for all y'all
Bible
Christians.
up in
Got
here.
them Bibles.
He got
behind
that
us.
shit behind the counter, underneath the tile. He got a hidden tile back there with a Bible in it.
Brand new though.
Now, if you put that by the front door, it'll be the first book to sell.
Oh man, yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. That's the Bible.
Designed especially for children of color. This dude is. You don't think a Mexican gonna walk up in here or something? Damn, look at this. See, this ain't no Bible.
What do you mean? That's the black people in there, man.
You don't put none of that.
That's for black people, man. Come on, man. We're in the middle of Georgia. We ain't gonna have no white Jesus and Moses, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is how I bust them up, right? Of course, Matthew 24. I'm just gonna go to Revelations though, because that would be
Watch I beat them up. Watch I beat them up.
Right?
Hey man, hit that subscribe button. I got 36 subscribers, 12 people in here. I should have 46, 47, 48 subscribers. Come on, man. If you're in here right now, hit the subscribe button. Trying to get those subscribers up. Let's go. We're gonna build this right here. One. All right, so let's set the narrative. Yeah, I can see. So he got the Bible, the Bible, the Babel, right?
This that
book
Bible.
of color. Got the book of color with all the pictures of colored black. You know, he's trying to show us how Jesus already came. Reading in the book of Revelations.
I mean, Revelations is the last thing to happen, right? According to the fable.
Now we're not gonna buy that. We're gonna let it go for it.
I'm saying
there is no out. There is no.
Okay, see, if you don't want to start with a simple narrative, that
I can't even control the narrative.
I said let's assume that none of this is true. Can we?
I'm not saying. I'm saying based off of what they're saying is true.
I'm just saying. Let's assume that the book is not true.
Watch the trick.
We just going in there to find out what they wrote in it.
Okay.
And then based on what they wrote in it, can it be proven?
Okay.
That's fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Because I ain't gonna let you say the book of Revelation is the last book just because it's stationed at the end of the book. Because that's not historical.
Is there a city called Jerusalem?
Yeah.
On the planet?
Yeah.
Was there a temple built there? Did a temple exist once there?
Yeah.
Did they build it for a comic book?
They probably did.
They did. See how we going? See how we devolve.
Hey, we got the Beverman cartoons.
So they built a big old temple because they believed in a comic book.
No, because they believed in they get
right.
you. Go ahead.
Now here we go. So according to them,
keep your eyes on your.
According to them,
go ahead. Read it.
The temple gonna get destroyed. Now here we are in Revelations.
All right, go ahead.
Now this is why the people in Dimona and the Jews is out there, and this is why Trump talking about he about to make the embassy.
You can't see it?
No, I see it. He's saying he gonna make an embassy out there, and all this over a comic book, right? All right. So now this is Revelation 7. Revelations 11. I'm gonna read verse 7 and 8.
Go for it.
All right. So this is 7. It says, and when they have finished their testimony.
Who is the they?
I gotta go further up in the chapter.
Oh, so you look at see, I'm letting you know he in the middle. Go ahead. I'm letting you know. We don't know who the they is, but go ahead.
You want me to talk a little up and get you to that?
Yeah, you gonna cut and paste me, man. You Reverend.
It wasn't important because
it was important. I want to know who the they is. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you cut and paste. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Go
ahead.
I'll go.
Go right there.
I know what I'm trying to get
and
to.
When they go ahead.
I was going back one verse just to give you some context.
All right,
says,
go ahead.
And when they had finished their testimony, the beast that ascends out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, shall overcome them, and shall kill them, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city. Which spiritually
is called Egypt.
And where also Jesus Christ was crucified.
Okay.
So now that just gives us a geographical location that this verse, if true, is talking about Jerusalem and the temple.
Spiritually called Jerusalem.
It was spiritually called Sodom. It was spiritually called Egypt, but it was the place where Jesus was crucified.
Okay, so we know where he was crucified
in Jerusalem.
Right? In Jerusalem.
So in Jerusalem, this beast gonna come out and kill all of them, and they're gonna lay in the streets of the temple.
Gotcha.
So now we got to go back where the temple ain't there no more.
Okay.
So either this is gonna happen in the future, or it already happened in the past, or it ain't gonna happen at all. It's just a story. Okay. So now you got to go do historical research if you're making the claim that it happened in the past, right? Right. And you got to be a believer if you think it's going to happen in the future.
I got you.
And you got to be a black atheist if you don't think it's a fairy tale.
Yeah, the real black atheist is going to tell you.
Okay, so those are your three options.
No, we got the real black atheist option.
You either got to go do some historical research.
My option, but you got
to do some historical research. You
you
either got to believe in the white Jesus, whatever.
Or
you got to be a real black atheist and believe it ain't going to happen at all. So now, I'll go into history.
So that you finished the verse. That's
it. That's all I need to establish. Now we got to figure out if this is supposed to happen when the temple is in existence. I could take you back into history where the Christians
destroyed, right?
But I'm trying to lay it out for you, and you keep.
Let's just get you the point, man.
The point is
soliloquy at the end of the day.
The point is the reason why is because in 70 AD when they destroyed the temple, they have written record that the Christians shot to the hills.
Okay.
Based on prophecy in the book.
Okay.
So if they leaving because of the prophecy, that lets me know that they knew to get up out of there based on some prophecy pre-written.
Oh, you stepped that in.
Which fulfilled.
Okay.
Because you don't know all this
history.
Your
point. So watch this. So here's the point I want to make here.
This is why I believe it is fulfilled.
This what he forgot. This what he conveniently left out. He talked about a pit and a damn beast coming out the pit. Now, where the hell is that at? Where's that pit at? Where's that archaeological site on the pit? Where's the archaeological remains? What? Oh, so is it what it means? So what was the beast? Who was the beast?
Yeah, the beast is the beast is like an allegory
of what?
The army of Rome.
So we're talking about the army of Rome coming out the hill somewhere.
Yeah, they were the beast.
And they were supposed to destroy the temple,
which was heaven and earth.
Which was heaven and earth. I got you, because the Egyptians built temples and they consider them heaven and earth.
Well, they see at the time Jerusalem was known as the city of God. God dwelled inside the
city of Horus.
No,
Jerusalem. That's an old Nuwapian. Jerusalem.
On the other side of the Euphrates River,
Nuwapian joint,
you get your ankles cut.
Damn. So hold on. So what that got to do with Jesus coming back, though?
This was the fulfillment of it because it was a prophecy that Christ said in the end time he will destroy the temple and all these things would happen. But that's a whole.
So that's why Jesus actually was the guy that made the army come and destroy the temple, basically.
Exactly.
That tomfoolery. I knew I could get him. Really?
Exactly.
You sitting up here in 2018 telling me
this is
that
how
Jesus Christ. How did he command the army?
I got him, y'all. Now check this out.
So Jesus, I just want to get it straight.
I'm about to give you an E5 teaching. I'm about to give you an E5.
E5 teaching.
Yeah, that's Mosai, right? How they say it? Masi warrior clan teaching. Masi working. What's your boy? The Black Panther, right?
Got him.
I watched the video. This dude was out there in Africa and around a big ass tree, and it was a bunch of skeleton heads inside the Saba tree, and he was like, "Yo, all right." So here's what they say about the ancestors: they have the ability to get inside your mind and control you for the benefit of the worshiping of their ancestors. That they could get inside you and control you with metaphysical power.
Okay.
Same thing. Either they both lying, or they both telling the truth that this ability is possible, that somebody can control your mind to make you do their bidding.
Well, this is what we do.
Because that's a E5 teaching.
This is what we do here. First of all, we don't even compare. We don't even compare E5 teachings with any brand of Christianity. We don't even do that. There's a line and we cut it off right there.
What do you mean compare? We're not
So,
comparing
what?
religions.
Oh, yeah,
We comparing that
point.
both of them say that they can
Let
get
me
in
make
your
my
mind.
point. Let me make my point.
Okay, get to it.
We would have to bring Bubba Ben on to explain that, right?
And you ain't gonna cut him off, right?
No, I'm letting him rock out.
Exactly.
So you rocking right now? You rocking?
Nah, I couldn't get the fullness.
So you could get the whole thing.
You know he don't like listening.
I ain't want everybody to fall asleep with the Bible, but I was simply saying that you just trying to convince us.
15 viewers only when you watch.
Oh, because you got.
For I came 9 people up.
Oh man, so he brought the strength of Christ with him. So the point I'm making at this particular juncture, right? There is no way to prove that it was Jesus Christ in the minds of the Roman army. I'm just saying. So you can't prove that.
Can't prove it.
There you go.
All we know,
all
we know is that
I just want to make sure
the prophecy was spoken before it happened.
Okay.
That's all we know. That somebody said something and then it occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Now that, I mean, how you gonna explain that?
Hello?
You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal, y'all. Let me see what y'all writing over here. Kaba Nuba Ankh. That used to be my homie, y'all.
Oh.
A banner from my channel. Who else we got? The Hootie Mayat. When Jesus come back, tell him I need a shrub in my backyard trim. Hey, look. I understand y'all hate that Bible. But what you turned into, I had to ban you because you was practicing paganism. What your enemy should be is Zionism. But y'all don't hate Zionism. Y'all hate Christianity. How can you hate Christianity more than you hate Zionism? And Zionism, if you don't know what that is, that's because you're a pagan. Hey man, come back before I abuse your crowd up in here.
Wow, what they got? Man, this is a store. So you know we break out every now and then. We ain't gone nowhere, man.
Yeah, we over here.
We don't die, man. We don't die, man. We just multiply,
over here
man. Abuse my
The
crowd.
mulatto die.
All right, so listen, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in there, man. Yeah, you had a hell of a prophecy. And that's why you're a preterist.
That's why I'm winning.
So you winning? You ain't winning no more. Get out of here.
I'm trying to tell you. It was a prophecy that my credit was gonna blow to 800.
Yeah, my shit.
It was a prophecy.
Yeah,
I was gonna be with it.
Yeah, my shit is like 700.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
You know he done went did some credit repair. He done took Garfield credit repair.
Hey,
that's what happened. He ain't gonna tell the truth, yo.
Garfield gonna have a credit anything before me. When I came in the game, Booker T. Came in the game pushing finances.
Oh man. Well, I was in the game pushing finances.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about your narrative was real black. My shit was business.
Nah, my narrative was always business though. But I always talked about business. All within it. Like the whole thing was food, clothing, and shelter.
You know the first video I remember? You was in some wood type of restaurant with a yellow when you had the A.
Oh yeah, that was the actual show. I had an actual show. And
you was questioning somebody. You was in the West End. It was an old video, 12 years ago. Back when you and Seti had the fold out table with the white wall background.
Back with the general contractor. Right.
The general contractor, remember that? Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch on their ass show. Anyway, so I want to close this out with what I started it with, because now we got 140,000 people viewing.
Damn.
140,000 people. And my message was this. Because we was talking about Egypt and the false teachers, right? I want to get back on that for a minute now. I want to rerun that real fast. Point I was making was, if I was to ask, if Pit Boss was to come in here and say, right? The Bible ain't been deciphered. The Hebrew writing system has not been deciphered, right? But I want to tell you about the hidden teachings of a preterist. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you that. I want to teach you that, right? I would have to ask him, well, how is it that you have the hidden teachings, right, of Christianity, preterists, but you're claiming that the language it is written in has not been deciphered? Oh, I see you. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Oh, let me finish this. There she goes. She walked through the door. Black African power. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Both of them.
I'm listening.
Hold on. And so if he was to walk through this door, him being the Mario Christian that he is, saying, I want to tell you about the hidden history of Christianity, right? But the script that is written in has not been deciphered. We would think he was a nut now, wouldn't we? Because how could he tell you any hidden history, right, if the script that he's relying on to tell the history has not been deciphered? So we got people in the community that are charging you money. You know what I'm saying? $20, $30, $40, $50 to teach you about a hidden history of Egypt. But yet on one hand, they want to teach you about the hidden history of Egypt that don't nobody know. Dr. Ben, Charles Finch, John Henry Clark, we go down the line. They don't know that, right? But on the other hand, right, the script that this history is written in, the Medu Neter, has not been deciphered. We call that a tell in my circles, right? Charlatans. Charlatans. So if the Medu Neter had not been deciphered, there is no way to tell any type of history because the people's history is contained in their culture. Culture is contained in their writing system. That's the reason we invented writing systems, right? For record keeping and for telling our history. So if a person tells you they're teaching Egyptian history, hidden history, but yet fight and beat the drum that the Medu Neter has not been deciphered, they're charlatans. So I just like to say this, anybody can get it. Africans, Mexicans, charlatans, you know what I'm saying? MBKNs, they can get it. Anybody can. Hey, look, check this out, y'all. I'm a raw squad up, Black African power. Hey, get back in here.
Let me do my clothes out.
Where y'all going at? I'm not live no more. That's not open.
Hey, we still broadcasting.
Oh, all right, don't run. Don't run.
Close out your show for
Don't run.
All that was good. Here's what's going to make you survive in America.
Ooh. What?
You got to think what your opponent is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think what your opponent think you thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think what your opponent think you think that they're thinking. Checkmate.
Checkmate. Yeah, checkmate is damn so. Hey, look. Hey, I appreciate that, man. We've been rocking, man. We've been going on regular. You know, I got a couple videos up on Sonetta. Thing I sent them another video, man, just to get the channel stimulated again. Hopefully, we're going to get on that. Did you talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Get on there, you know what I'm saying? Go a couple rounds. And y'all know what it is, man. At the end of the day, man, we here, right? Y'all need to support Abjuwear. That's ABJUWEAR.com. Go to the website. Support Negas Footwear. You know, get the joints. All right. And they pick these out there.
Hey, this is kind of cool. You know,
Yeah, got the proper weight on them. You know what I'm saying? Jim?
What you call that? Is that crocodile?
Yeah, a little pat. Yeah, you know, a little Africa. You know what I'm saying? The wildlife.
African print.
Yeah, leather. You know what I'm saying? Leather print. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know.
You can buy this stuff on the website too.
Yeah, you can get it on the website, yo. All right, that's the Abju joints. You know what I'm saying? That's my own line, Abjuwear. All right, got the flops coming soon. All right. Coming.
I bet you Kaba ain't got a pair of them.
She ain't got a pair of them yet. She get a pair free. She ain't got to buy them.
What?
No, Kaba ain't got to buy them. She get them free. Yeah, she already spent.
You supposed to make them pay like they weigh.
She spent money. She done spent money. Yep.
You want a blue wrench around here, you gotta break bread.
Yeah, she done spent money. All right, so look, we getting off this line right here, man. We out of here, man. We probably be back tomorrow. We're gonna do this constant.
Zionism is your enemy.
Oh man, he just killed the video. They don't kill him. Hey y'all, we out of here, man. Black African power. Your enemy is your mind. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have control of your mind, that becomes the enemy. Peace.